What's up YouTube, it's Adrian from MMOSWORLD. Welcome back to the channel. We have a first impressions video for MU Legends, which just went into open beta earlier this week. And open beta, of course, will carry on into the live version of the game, so there's not going to be any server wipes. You will not lose any progression in this game whatsoever. So MU Legends is made by Webzen, a Korean developer and publisher, but they have a branch in Ireland which actually developed this game. And so far what we know is that it is a prequel to the other MU games like MU Online, and of course this is in conjunction with the MU Origins release for mobile phones last week. So here we are, MU Legends, and we are in the character creation screen right now. You can see even from the menu, a lot of it looks like Diablo 3, and that's one of the most common comments I'm getting, is that this is a very almost accurate Diablo 3 clone. Whether or not it's good remains to be seen. So let's play about 10, 15, 20 minutes of the opening intro tutorial, and let's see what's up. So there are 5 classes to pick from. You have a Dark Lord here. This guy seems to be like a tank type class, and of course you can see what it does: attack and HP and co-op. So it's got lots of health, so it is a tanky type class with you know, good group play capabilities. That's what the co-op thing means. And at the bottom you can change how your character will look in game as well, so you can change some armor cosmetic settings right here. So moving on, we got the Blader. The Blader is very close to D3's Barbarian, very much a DPS minded class, uses great swords and dual swords as well. Let's go through some of the cosmetic options here. Then we've got the War Mage, magic user, again lots of DPS, good health as well. And then you got the Whisperer, and finally the Spellbinder. So we're gonna go with the Whisperer for this one. Let's see what the bow and arrow does. Bottom right you can see just a video showing what the class can do and what its abilities are. Looks pretty interesting. And you can see recommended tactics here. Recommended tactics is later on in the game you can actually you know, just like D3, you earn experience points through progression and leveling, and you put points into your trees to get new skills and stuff. And every class will branch out into 2 tactics, either strategy or wild shot, and both do different things. So strategy uses longbow and does more attack, while wild shot uses a wing gun, which is more of a solo thing instead of the longbow, which you can see has more group and HP stuff. So every class has, you know, that mechanic of picking a tactic. Now let's go into appearance settings and let's see what we can do. There's 2 races available to play as for this class. Every class will have a couple of races, and some classes are race locked as well. So you can either pick to be an elf or human. And then you can see a couple of face shapes that you can pick from. Again, Webzen is a Korean company, so you will see a lot of you know, Korean faces, a lot of Asian themed character faces and stuff like that. You've got hair as well. You can select what kind of hair you want to have. I think this is fine. Looks pretty decent. And the graphics, I mean, in Diablo 3 you'll notice that, you know, you don't really come this close to your character and see it in high definition graphics and whatever. And again, D3 is pretty old now. I mean, it's been a while since it came out. And MU Legends is pretty new, so it has the better graphics in that regard. And now, once you've selected your hair, you can pick hair color. What kind of hair color do you want? That looks decent enough. You can't really change the eye color, unfortunately, so. And then you go down here to finally, you can do face tattoos if you want, so lots of customization options here for you. For an ARPGMMO, which is really cool. You can do body tattoos if that's your thing, so I'll go with that one. That little leaf thing on the arm, it looks pretty cool. And finally, at the bottom here, you can select how you're gonna look in your armor in game. Let's go with that one. That's pretty nice. Alright, so we are ready now. Let's just create the character. We'll put in our name. We'll go with MMOSWORLD as usual. Sweet. We are ready to head in game. There should be a cutscene cinematic here. expecting a cinematic quality graphics for MMO Legends, considering, you know, but this is actually well done. I mean, right off the bat, I can tell you that the production value and the production quality is really impressive so far. I mean, even in the character creation in the main menu, the music was pretty good. And from what I'm watching right now with my own eyes, the graphics for the cinematic cutscenes are actually really nice. So what is this? This looks like some badass hero who just obliterated a bunch of enemies. And now gets on his horse and prepares to ride off into the sunset. That's that soundtrack I was talking about. It's really awesome. Well, great start so far. Presentation looks to be absolutely spot on. Oh, right. So we got the grand cinematic cutscenes, and then we got the in-game rendered cutscenes as well, and that's actually pretty cool. Okay, here we go. Whisperer, recommended growth pattern strategy, all wild shot. I am gonna go with let's do wild shot for now, simply because it has the more DPS, more attack, basically. So growth pattern during the tutorial. This is the tutorial, and that is me, right? So that was me in the cutscene, just kicking ass and taking names. So as you can see, top-down ARPG style, very much like Diablo 3, Path of Exile, and all Grim Dawn, those kind of games. Left click to move around the world, and there's people here, NPCs. You can see they have dialogue boxes and everything. Bottom right, the bottom here, you can see all your combat skills. I've of course changed the default keys. This was Q, W, E, R, and stuff like that. I changed it to numbers because I'm using a MMO mouse. So we have a map and everything. I mean, it's uncanny how close MMO Legends resembles to Diablo 3. I mean, everything from the map. You can see it's got this transparent type map that, you know, we're used to in Diablo 3. And then you've got main quests here. Kill soldiers of the Pandemonium army in front and join the Black Knight. So let's go ahead and do some attacks. So just like Diablo 2, you can hold down the shift key to stand still, stay stationary, and of course hit all your key numbers, 3, 4, 5, whatever, and that will just show you the combat here. I mean, so far so good. It's pretty fluid. It's really fast. But then again, if you look at the top left where my health, my character's portrait is, it says I'm level 100. So the tutorial has in fact boosted me into end game, just to sort of, I suppose, show me what a full bar of skills would look like and how combat would look. And wings, of course, wings are a big part of MMO Legends. You can grow them, they're like cosmetics, and I believe they'll have some sort of stats too. Oops. Alright, we got some guy called Kundun who's just threatening us. Alright, let's move on. I like how the dragon's just flying overhead here. Oh, the Black Knight Zephyros. You can either press left click or hit the space button to interact in this world, and it'll bring up the dialogue screen or whatever. And so you've got the grand cinematic cutscenes, you've got the in-game rendered cutscenes, and then you've got dialogue graphics here, which is actually pretty neat. I like it. So sorry I'm late. I was ambushed by Pandemonium demons. Alright, just turning in the quest here. Accept space. You came alone. The Divided Knights are the best warriors on the continent, and you're the only one of them who's still alive that tells me everything I need to know. I mean, so far, you know, it's only the tutorial, but the game is telling me some stuff and giving me some names of stuff that I don't actually know. I've got no prior MU, any of the MU games experience. So as to whether how friendly or not this is for a new player who's absolutely never played any MU games before, I do not know.
You can cut a path to the bridge for our allies.
We'll see. So right now I'm just checking out what my skills do. Most of them are pretty fun, man. This class is really fun playing from ranged. Alright, Black Knight Zephyros. Where are the Black Knights? Let me just turn my quest here. I'm the only one alive who've lost the bridge. It's my fault. I should have come earlier. Now you'll have to force your way across the bridge. My comrades weakened the enemy before they went down. Alright, so basically,
it's too late.
I'm gonna go and meet the remnants of this army that's fighting all this undead stuff. And I'm just catching up because apparently I arrived at the party pretty late. But here we go, surrounded by enemies. This is a good time to test the skills. Wow. Oh man, this is fun. This, you know, I haven't played Diablo 3 in a long time because there isn't really much content, that's new content, and Diablo 3 got so repetitive. But, you know, I'm finding that ARPG fun here, just as I did when Path of Exile just came out. And, of course, MU Legends is trying to emulate that fun by having you, you know, use all your skills at once and surrounding you with mobs and everything. What I really want to see in the game is, like, I hope the loot density will be as good as D3, and it's not grindy. I hope to God that, you know, gear progression and everything is fun and fluid, and I don't want it to be grindy, because I think we have just too many Asian MMO, or, you know, even in this case ARPGs that are grindy as hell, and we could totally do with some more just casual theme park MMOs from the East, you know. Of course, this is the Western release. Oh, here we go. There is a boss. You can see, you can tell by the health bar here that this guy is not mucking around. So let's go ahead and use all our big skills on this guy. 5, 4, let's hit the 3. 3, you can actually hold it. It has that battery icon. Simply means it is a casting skill, so you hold down your button here, your keybind, and let the skill progress on stage to stage. So now we have to join Icarus. That is the main objective here. What's going on? Ooh.
The tomb's barrier is weakening.
Ooh. We've got voice acting.
Did we fail to seal him away?
Alright, that looks like a god that was sealed away by an ancient power, but now he's broken free and he's terrorizing the world. That seems to be the main gist of MU Legends so far from the tutorial.
We won't last long.
The mage says we're gonna die. I'm just doing
The
commentary.
future of this world rests on your shoulders.
Really?
Go back in time and stop the god of evil from reviving at all costs.
Oh, it's sending me back in time. So, I like that. So that's how I'll be starting that. As a level 0, probably no memories, and I'll have to figure out what happened and stop the god from destroying the future.
Stranger, are you okay? Do you feel better now?
Wow.
Where am I?
That's a different
I
type
can't
of
remember anything.
graphics. So we've got cinematic, we've got in-game render, and then we've got drawn art
You're awake.
cutscenes.
You've been asleep in my room for 2 days. Gather your strength first. I'll wait for you in the front of the house.
Alright, y'all. I mean, frankly, just from a presentation point of view, I am super impressed with how polished, you know, the production values of this game is. It's really high quality production values, and the presentation is giving me pleasant feels. I really like it. So here we are in the opening area. I guess the tutorial is now over. Main quest progress is a exclamation mark with a gold icon, which is what Linda has here. She's the person who saved me. So here we are in game. Look at this, all these people around here. I'm just gonna hit the M key real quick and open up the world map. Ah, there we go. So that's the map of the area. We're in Dudrin City, and there's a bunch of stuff here. You can just hover and see what they do. And of course, this is not just an ARPG, you know, it's not just a Diablo clone. Bottom left in the chat, you can totally see there's gold spammers now. I mean, of course, what you expect. But yeah, I mean, from the press release, MU Legends, you know, if you peel back that ARPG layer, this is a full-fledged MMO, because you've got under community, you got your friends list, you can search for parties. There's rifts, which are basically dungeons that you can do, and you know, you can pick the difficulty, and you can go in a party and just farm from gear and whatever. There's pets as well. You can get pets, and they'll fight alongside you. You can grow them, and they'll become, you know, better pets. They gain XP, of course. There's artifacts and wings, and there's so much stuff going on here, which is good. There's guilds as well. I mean, you had guilds in Diablo, but you know, this is of course really different, because this, unlike Diablo, this is an MMORPG in a sense that, you know, you've got multiple channels, which are basically world servers, and there's a lot more players that you can fit on one map than you could in any of the Diablo games. So there's that. So let's just go ahead and carry on the main quest here. Hello, feeling better? Where am I? You must not remember. You're in Dudron City, the capital of Dudron Dominion. Found you lying in contact with the forest. I moved here. I can't remember who I am or where I'm from. I knew it. I mean, if you once that mage sent me back in time so I could, you know, stop that Dark Lord or whatever from doing the same thing in the future, immediately, you know, as a way to branch or to bridge the tutorial to the level 0, you have to start as a lobby again, because the tutorial made me level 100, gave me all my skills just to give me a feel for what this character can do at end game with all the skills and how fast-paced the combat is and how fun and fluid it felt. That was great. I liked that. That's a great system. They teased you with what you can expect at endgame, which kind of makes me want to play in progress to get my character into that level. I mean, everything else, it just feels great. I mean, I like the world. The graphic design is pretty good. The tutorial section, I mean, the lighting was great. It's not the greatest graphics, you know, for an MMORPG, but remember, this is an ARPG as well. So it's combining two different genres into one, and I just hope that it succeeds, because it's, from what I've seen so far, I'm really liking it. And also, yes, voice acting. There's voice acting in some of the in-game rendered cutscenes, like when the mage threw me back in time. That was something I did not expect, because in the normal quest cutscenes here, you don't really hear the NPCs talking or whatever, but you know, for the main story stuff, I do hope they continue that trend of putting in voice acted stuff, because it just enriches the experience. It makes me, you know, engaged and immersed in the story, and I really want to know more. So basically, I'm going to go and help out this town here, even though I'm like lost, I have no memories. The mayor is adamant that I should become a contract knight and help the town. Oh, I've got new rewards too if I do this quest. So let's
Animals in the forest have been mutating. Dudron is in danger.
Ooh. Looks like there is voice acting after all, but it's after the dialogue, so it's not during, which is like a weird decision. Anyway, let's go talk to the police here. Oh, nice, lots of police here. Are you here to apply for the contractual knight's position? You've been paid based on your mission. Let me warn you, this job can cost your life. I don't care, I just want money, I want to get out of here. Oh, obtained a magic item. So of course, you know, this game is going to have a lot of currency. From this little tutorial box here, you can see there's gems here, and then that's Zen, I believe, and Zen is like is in-game gold. It's your main money in this game to buy, you know, whatever, potions or some gear or whatever. So let's just skip ahead here and let's just see what the objectives are. Alright, so we're going to the Amber Forest, Amberial Forest to kill spiders, and we'll get a some skirt of some sort. Let's go ahead and do that. In the meantime, I for inventory, and oh, look at that. You've got lots of gear slots here, and then you've got artifacts, which I talked about earlier. You can get artifacts, they drop from a whole bunch of places. And of course, you can craft them as well. You can craft a bunch of artifacts, but you will need materials. You can just hover over them to see what the materials are. And that's what that is. That is Zen, which is money, and then you've got magic gems, which also drops from places like dungeons, which are basically rifts, and you'll find rifts, you know, scattered throughout the maps, wherever you're questing in. So my inventory, I've got potions here. I've got a town portal device that simply, you know, teleports me back to town if I need to quickly get rid of trash in my bags or whatever. So right now I'm using the training bow, but they've also given me a pair of training wing guns, so I can swap to that anytime I want, and that changes my skills as well. So let's go ahead and equip this armor tunic. And I've also, you know, leveled up from 0 to 1. So every time you level up, this icon down here will pop up, and it is a soul box, which is basically soul XP. You have character XP, and then you've got soul XP. The difference between the two is that soul XP will give you soul points, which you can spend to increase your passive stats. I mean, you can put it into attack, so this increases your DPS, you know, increases your defense here, and a critical rate, critical damage, and then you can do more defense if you want to build a tanky type character. You got support as well, and then finally under miscellany, you've got movement speed, which is really handy for this type of games. But there's also mounts that you can buy in the store, in the cash shop. If you want to support the game, you can truly just buy mounts. You can get more Zen drops from hunting, more experience, which is really interesting, and magic sight. So if you screw up, there's a reset button here that you can reset, which you can use. You can use gold, I suppose. So let's hit apply. Now let's see if what happens when I hit reset. It's gonna cost you 10,000 Zen to reset your soul chest. So, but Zen I'm sure will come easy. As for quest markers and stuff, as soon as you're in proximity with an NPC that has something to say, you can totally just hit the space bar and you will talk to the nearest interactable NPC. This is an appearance change NPC, so if you want to change how you look. You got a mailbox as well in the world, so this is how you'll send mail and whatever. But you knew that. You're an MMO player. You know what mailboxes do. So let's head on to Amberin Forest and let's kill some spiders. Ooh, I have leveled up. Interesting. So I've learned a new skill as well. So this is basically my left and right skills. These are left and right mouse skills, which is basically my basic skills. Later on, I don't have any of my class skills just yet. But the more I level up, class skills will also become a thing. And to access that screen, I believe there's a hotkey for it under character info, additional info. I mean, all your stats are here. What else you got? Skill under K. There we go. So you've got weapon skills. These are just the basic ones. And then there's class skills down here. So every few levels you'll unlock a bunch. And then it just depends on what tactics. And remember, there's two tactics for every class. And each tactic will have different skills. At the bottom here, you got expert skill as well. No idea what these are, but you get one at level 25, 45, and 65. So let's go ahead here. There we go. So auto move, nice. You just click on a map and you move, and auto pickup as well. That's F. So, and Alt or Shift hold down will also do important things like stationary combat, as I've already showed you in the tutorial. So we're gonna go kill some dark spiders. There's spiders everywhere here. You got the ant dude just killing stuff. But the objective is in an area that is highlighted there. So we should be able to get some of these dark spiders. So we got, oh, here we go. There's a spider there, but this is not a dark spider. So basically, not a lot of skills at my disposal very early on as compared to when they tease me, totally tease me with the tutorial when I'm level 100 and have all those skills. So, but at the very beginning, you're gonna have to learn how. Oh, contract knight's tights. Is that a new item that I can equip? Yeah, totally. That increases my combat power by 12. Sweet. Oh, here's the spider that I need. It has an icon above its head. So, I mean, the early levels will definitely feel slow as compared to how the tutorial felt, but that should really give you a very, very good feel for how this game should play and whether or not it suits you. I mean, you can zoom in this close. It's pretty fun. I don't know, anything about how monetization would work. I mean, at the bottom right here, oh, look at that, incomplete imprint scroll. Nice. I got a green gear drop. All right, let's go somewhere safe and let's look at our inventory. What's this? A scroll that gives a random imprint to equipment. Right click and select the target item to use. Very interesting. And probably just a random power up or something. I mean, there's a lot of systems in here that I'm not familiar with. I just know, the basics. And of course, as a first impressions video, I'm probably not going to drop 40-50 hours in this trying to get end game. And so here we are. This is where the objective is. Okay, let's see. Nice. Alright, let's turn this in. Mission details. Yep, this is turned in. So basically I get XP here. I get soul XP. Again, you know what that is. And then I got Zen. And of course, magic gems. So let's go ahead and pick up those trousers. And I've leveled up again. Targets 3 dark web spinners. They're all dead. Impressive. You're able to take care of 3 dark spiders even though you've never done it before. I mean, some of the... As far as the intro or the very early, quest dialogue and everything, don't expect it to have AAA quality. I mean, of course, this game is from Korea, so a lot of it's going to be localized. So don't expect too much in that regard. But I mean, so far, it's I can absolutely follow it with ease. There's no problem there. And of course, the last thing I want to show you guys is the Legend Shop at the bottom right. You can totally see it says Legend Shop. So this is the in-game cash shop. We got open beta launch offer, which is just basically packs. These are a different type of currency. This looks like some bound red zen and red zen. So red zen is a currency that can be purchased with cash. Alright, so this is your premium currency. You can buy this for real money on the Webzen site, and then you can go on and buy some packs. So this pack, for example, has 90 days of platinum service. Platinum service, I believe, is like VIP. You can get sort of like, you know, bonus XP and whatnot. And then you got mounts. This was what I was talking about. You can buy mounts straight away. Of course, you can click on them to preview what they look like. You got costumes as well. Wonder if this has stats. Yeah, they do have stats. I don't know how good that is, but yeah, you could totally get some costumes in here. Can I preview that? Is there a way to preview it? Nope, can't preview it. You got pets as well. You can buy some pets. Nope, you can't buy pets, but you can buy pet evolution stones, stuff like that. Imprint scrolls. I picked up one of those. No idea what these are. And then consumables. So it doesn't look like they sell gear, weapons and gear in the store, which is always a good thing. And then you can buy wings. Wings, again, they do have combat power. Oh, there you go. So you can totally just check out the wings here. That kind of wings, I mean, they all look kind of the same, really, except smaller in size. Oh, that one looks good. Kind of celestial. Interesting. So that's basically the cash shop, and if you really want to support the game and spend money, you can totally do so, because of course MMO Legend is a free-to-play ARPG MMO. So I mean, let's wrap this up. It's almost 30 minutes here, but you know, so far from my first impressions, I'm absolutely liking what I see. I'm really impressed by the game's presentation. The gameplay is actually pretty fun. Questing seems to be standard. I mean, the dialogue quality is pretty passable for now. It's not like, you know, other Asian MMOs that totally disregard that aspect and just do whatever they want and make it low quality for the sake of just pushing out a new game. MMO Legends seems to have crafted this thing with time and dedication, you know, just to try and get it right and make it appeal to Western audiences as well. And I gotta say, I am pretty impressed. So that's my thoughts on MMO Legends, the open beta. If you want to check this out, go on over to the website. You can register an account, download the client, and start playing. All your progress in open beta will carry forward into the live game when it releases. So hit the like button if you like the video. Subscribe to MMOSWORLD channel for more videos like these. And I will see you guys next time. As ever, I'm Adrian from MMOSWORLD, signing out.